So I'm Dustin from Dustin Sauce and the Sad Bastards, here with Elizabeth from Old Etc. We're here to talk to you about Emo Night, Tears in Your Beer at Portland House of Music and Events, happening July 18th, sponsored by Narragansett. So Elizabeth, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about stuff.
I'm ready.
Alright, so how'd you get into emo?
My older brother was a pretty big influence on me all growing up. Pretty much everything that he did, I wanted to do. Also probably responsible for me playing guitar. I specifically remember him coming home one day and just being like, "Hey Elizabeth, like I heard the song, you gotta hear it," whatever. We had kind of, whatever he was listening to, I was kind of listening to, and we went to a Christian school, and so a lot of people were like, just into pop music or just into Christian music, and there wasn't like really this kind of like wide array of things that people were listening to. And I just remember like thinking that he was really like super cool and original for like listening to stuff that like not everyone listened to, not stuff that everyone had heard about. And he showed me the music video for At Your Funeral by Saves the Day, and I totally fell in love with that song immediately and listened to it a billion times. And I remember the next day, like he and my mom like heard that I was listening to this song like over and over and over, and went and bought me that album. It was like probably a couple weeks after it came out, and I listened to it a couple times and thought it was super weird. And I like didn't really like. I was like, this is different. This is a little weird. It was just like, I don't know, but I kept listening to it, and it just like kind of morphed everything around me into that, and felt special about listening to something that like not all my classmates listened to. I was in like 7th grade at the time, and people were just listening to what was on the radio, and I don't know, just like gave me a sense of like it was more personal that way, that so kind of just went from there, and started to kind of pick up on the culture, and sort of be like drawn to this kind of expressive sort of thing, and just continued to follow it and get into more stuff and keep going to shows and keep playing music, and that's pretty much how I got into it.
I feel like emo gets a negative stigma about it. People seem to think that like it's just all about like kids with like perfectly straightened hair and like girl jeans and Hot Topic, and it's more to that, more than that, like to a lot of people.
To some people, yeah.
I just want to. What does it mean to you as a person?
I think that it's not just emo music, it's any sort of music that involves anyone's emotions and anything that people feel are important to them. Like, and in this case, it's people that feel like it's important for them to like voice their pain and like be honest about that, and to turn that angst into something creative and something productive, rather than it just sitting inside and like destroying you from the inside out. I think that it's really easy to get that way when you're a teenager, when you don't have like, you're not able to really like live a life that you necessarily want for yourself, and it can be a really like imprisoning sort of like thing. So like that stigma that's attached to it is like absolutely right, but like there's no shame in like that being part of people's lives. Like it's part of everyone's lives, and it's just like if you want to hide it or not. And some people, find a muse out of their pain. A lot of people, not just emo music. Like that's what music is to everyone. Like it makes them feel something. So, this just happens to like have really like been a part of our history as like kids and growing up, and it's like laid the bricks down for our own original music now. For sure.
Documentaries of the morning kicked me I can't see silver linings, so I fucked it up. I watched you go, I saw my hand not dialing the phone. All I'm left to do is remember this door where we sat